Hello fellow doll lovers, it's Janie. Welcome to another video on my channel. I am finally doing another restoration video and I'm actually doing it in my own home this time. The last many restoration videos I've done have been in Wisconsin at my grandma's house because that has been the only time and place where I can do them. But I have some free time and a lot of people for like a year and a half have been asking me to do a Monster High restoration video and I only have 5 of them right now, but it's a start and I'm going to try and do more frequent I'm going to try and do more frequent I cannot talk today. I'm going to try and do more frequent restoration videos for you guys, but this is the start of one. I have 5 Monster High dolls here that I'm going to be restoring. They're in a variety of conditions and they're all from different places. I've had quite a few of them for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you about each doll and show you what needs to be fixed with them. And I did get a comment from somebody who wants a little bit more action in my restoration videos, so instead of just an hour of me talking, I actually show more of the process, which I will attempt to do. I was showing as much as I could, but I'll try and show a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly show you guys each doll and show you what they need to be fixed a little bit close up. So we have Freaky Fusion Frankie here. She has her cat ears. She does need a new pair of limbs, and she doesn't have any clothes, so we're going to have to find her an outfit. But other than that, she's not bad. She doesn't have any ink on her face or anything. She just has some mild dirt stains. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. See, she has some mild dirt stains, and her hair is really tangled. It's not too bad. It's not super gluey, so I think it'll restore out really nicely. It's just tangled, especially right here. There's lots of tangles in it. But she is very beautiful, and I'm very excited to fix her up. It's going to be blurry for a split second while I grab the next doll. Okay, so the next doll is Cleo. She's the classroom Cleo that comes in the 2-pack with Ghoulia. And I'm sorry for the shadows, but if I have it too bright, then it'll bleach out Laguna and Frankie. And if I have it too dark, then it'll you won't be able to see the darker skin dolls at all. But this is as good as it can get. Her hair is pretty tangled as well. It's about the same as Frankie's, except she has straight Kanekalon hair. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little bit dark. My apologies. Her face is pretty clean. She doesn't really have anything wrong with it. She does have a mark on her cheek right there. I don't know if you can see it, but she has a little mark on her cheek. It's not that big of a deal. She does have the price written on her stomach. It rubs off, which is why it's barely there anymore, but that's where the price used to be. She also does not have any limbs or clothes, so I'm going to have to find her some limbs and some clothes, but that's not that big of a deal. And the next one, this is one of the Create-A Monsters. It's the vampire girl. I don't remember exactly which one it is. And she is wearing part of her clothes. She has her shoes, which is awesome. And she also has her skirt and both of her limbs. And she also has her wig. But her wig is going to need to be fixed because it's in quite messy condition. And she's really clean though. Her face is nice and clean. Her body doesn't have anything weird on it. The remains of her price sticker is still on her legs, so that's why there's gross stuck to it, is because the price sticker was there, so it left a sticky residue. But she doesn't need that much. Her hair's pretty soft. Well, the wig. Okay, don't you dare fall down, okay? Most of my restoration videos mainly consist of me trying to balance these dolls, I swear. Okay, the next one is Claudine, and for the life of me, I can't remember which one it is. I know which one it is, but I can't remember. She still has her price sticker on. I haven't taken it off yet. She was obviously $1.98, but she does have both of her limbs, and she has a bracelet on, too. And her hair is pretty nice. It's tangled, but it's very soft, so I think it's going to do really fine. She is missing a couple of earrings, but she does have one right there, so that's good. She still has one earring, and she is still in her factory hairstyle, so that's good. And she doesn't have any clothes. I'll have to find her some clothes, but that's not that big of a deal. Her face is nice and clean. There isn't really that much wrong with her face. Her face is pretty good. And the last doll, I think that this is Roller Maze Laguna. She has the hang loose sign on her fingers, and she has both limbs, which is great. She does not have any clothes, which is too bad, but I can easily find her some. She has some dirt on the top of her leg, and her hair is really nice and soft, but it is very tangled, and it's kind of all over the place. It's pretty crazy, especially in the back. It's a little bit tangled, and it looks like it may have been cut, but I'm not entirely sure. There are these shorter bits, but we'll see. I love her green streaks, and she's got really great makeup. I'm going to move her hair out of her face. She doesn't really have that much wrong with her face, so that's good. I'm sorry I'm moving the camera around so much, but she doesn't really have that much wrong with her face. It's pretty nice and clean. So these dolls need like a variety of different amounts of TLC. They all are definitely going to get new clothes. She's going to get a top and they're going to get new outfits. These two are hopefully going to get limbs, and they're all going to get boil washed and conditioned as far as their hair is concerned, and they're going to get a thorough scrubbing. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the sink and I will show you guys how I clean them and fix their hair. So, just to explain what I'm doing here is because this doll has a wig, I just cleaned her and her body separately and I took the wig off, and now I'm going to shampoo and condition and brush out the wig separately from her head so I don't have to worry about it falling off or about, problems like that. So that's what I'm doing with this one since she has a wig. Okay, so while I was cleaning this doll, she broke. Her neck was already cracked, but while I was scrubbing her, it broke, but it is okay. I can definitely fix it. It's not that bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to really quickly get this part out of her neck and save the piece. And I've already scrubbed this one clean, so she's nice and clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this part of the doll to the side, and then I'm going to take this part out and finish cleaning this doll's hair, similar to the wig. So I'm just going to go ahead and try and pop this out, and then I'll continue with the cleaning process. I will super glue her back together soon, and I will show you guys how I do that. So you can think of this as also a video about how I fix dolls with broken necks. So they are all clean, and this is where I leave them while I'm cleaning the other dolls. Frankie, unfortunately, has been decapitated. Sorry, it's kind of echoey. I'm in my bathroom. That's where I clean my dolls. But I keep them like this so that their hair doesn't get all over the floor while I'm, cleaning the other ones. All of them are going to get boil washes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Frankie's body here. Whoops. There we go. I'm just going to leave Frankie's body here, and I'm just going to boil wash the head because it's the hair that needs the work. And I'm going to pop her wig back on her head and not just boil wash the wig because I don't want it just floating around in there getting tangled. And she has Kanekalon hair, so her boil wash process is going to be a little bit different from all the rest because these all have saran hair except for Cleo here. And I will show you guys how I do it. I'm just going to tell you guys that all of these dolls need to be boil washed. So I'm going to go ahead and boil the water, and when I get done with that, I will meet you guys in my kitchen where I keep my hot water and I boil wash my dolls. Alright, so I have my bowls of water, and please use caution because this is very, very hot. And I have 3 bowls here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 Monster High dolls in each bowl of water, and I just want to make sure that their heads are completely submerged, and maybe just to make sure that they get used to the heat, maybe just dunk it in and out a couple times so that you're not just plopping it and then letting it sit, because I really don't want to risk like the plastic of the hair melting or something. So excuse the fact that I have grapes and tomatoes on the counter behind me, but it is a kitchen, so there's gonna be food. And okay, so this is the one with the Connect-On hair, and we're gonna save her for later. Not too much later though. So we're gonna take Frankie, and I'm just gonna plop her in. And I want to be really careful because I don't want to burn myself. And then here we have the Create a Monster, and I'm gonna plop her down as well. So we have those two sitting there. And what I'm gonna do with her is you dunk it in and out very, very quickly, just a couple times. And you can see it steaming. And then what you do, and the reason why you only dunk it a few times is because her hair is Connect-On, so it responds a lot easier to heat, and when the water's really hot, if you leave it in for too long, it doesn't necessarily burn it, it's just really inconvenient. It tends to like ball up and get like really weird curly, and you have to brush it out and then boil wash it a bunch more times to get it to lay nice and flat and smooth again. So what I did, it was really hard to show you with me holding the camera with one hand, so I'm just going to tell you what I did. I know it's a lot of words, but I'm sorry. What I did was I dunked her hair in and out of the water quite a few times, like 6 times or so, and then I brushed the hair out, so that especially the banks, so that it laid flat and smooth, because with Connect-On hair, if you tend to boil wash it and you don't make sure that it's styled into the way you want it to dry, then it'll get stuck in some really weird, like, wacky positions. So I just dunked it in and out a few times, and then I brushed it flat against her head, and I did that like 2 or 3 times just to make sure that the hair was shiny and smooth and that it would dry nicely. These 4 dolls are going to boil wash for about 2 or 3 hours until the water cools, and then I will show you guys what I do after that. Now that Claudine is done, I've replicated her hairstyle. Let me see if I can get it to focus. As you can see, I've literally just redone the twist. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Laguna, and I don't think she came in any specific hairstyle. I think her hair is just down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my gel. I'm going to spray it all over her hair. You don't want to use too much, otherwise it'll be crunchy. But you do a few sprays, and then just smooth down the hair so that it's not all crazy. And if her thatch is all, like, her part line is all messed up, then you can go ahead and fix that. Just, like, brush it out and make it smooth. And she has more dead ends than Claudine did, so I'm going to have to fix that. I'm going to fix her part line real quick, because it's getting kind of crazy down there. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, so what I'm going to do to help with, her ends, so I'm just going to take the scissors, and as you can see, I'm just going to snip off the dead ends. So I think that that's good on her hair. I want her hair to be a little bit curly, so what I'm going to do with her is I'm just going to take her hair and just scrunch it a little bit in my fingers, just like that, just so that when it dries, it has a little bit more curl. And she has a few more split ends still. Just basically anything that sticks out, like any little random hairs that stick out, I cut off. And of course, I don't go too crazy, because that would be bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put her back. And I know Frankie's hair was just down, so I'm going to do the same thing. Gel, I'm just going to spray it a few times and make sure you get it all over. Then you take the hair and you brush it down and make sure that it's smooth. It's hard to do this in camera, you guys. I'm having to, like, maneuver my hands so that they're not in the way. It's quite difficult, but it's okay, I don't mind. It's all for the sake of the video, right? Okay, so now that it's all brushed out, I'm just going to trim off her dead ends too. She's got a few. Okay, let's see here. Just make sure you don't cut off too much. Like I said, it's happened to everybody. It's happened to me. It's not fun. Okay. I apologize if you guys can't really see what I'm doing. Okay. Her dead ends look a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay her down like that so that her hair doesn't get messed up. And then we'll just take her, and she has her hairstyle in and it still looks good. So I'm just going to spray it just a little, and I'm going to make sure I get a little bit on her bangs. I know my hand's in the way. I'm sorry, guys. So So I sprayed it with the gel, and then I'm just going to brush it out and make it smooth. So now that the gel's in the hair, I'm just going to brush it out and make sure that it's nice and smooth and shiny. Okay, and I'm going to turn her hair to the front. I'm going to brush her bangs forward. Make sure those are looking good, like so. And I'm going to trim any dead ends that could be present and get on the bottom. As you can see, hopefully, maybe you can't see. I can't really see the camera right now because I'm focusing on not chopping this doll's hair off. But yeah, that's it. So now I'm going to go and get Frankie's body, and I'm going to show you how I put her head back on. Okay guys, so I'm going to attempt to show you how I'm going to repair her neck. I can't make any promises. It'll probably get my hands in front of the camera. It'll probably be a big flop, but I'm going to attempt to show you what I do. So I have a thing of super glue gel here, and I have the pieces of the thing. Now this isn't particularly necessary, so I'm not going to keep that. That's the little part that keeps this in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this back in, as you can see. And when you do this, you'll want to try and make sure that the glue doesn't touch this in here, otherwise it'll be stuck in a weird position and it won't be able to move around. So as you can see, that this is a pretty small break, and those are the pieces right there. Unfortunately, that means it's going to be really hard for me to show you what's going on, but I'm going to do my best. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the super glue gel, and I'm going to very carefully line the edge of the crack with glue, and you don't want to use too much because that wouldn't be good. And you just want to take the pieces and try and line them up with the glue. Now I'm going to do this off camera because I need to be able to get this really close to me so I can see, but I'm just going to go ahead and take these pieces and then fit them in there. Alright, so I got it in there, and what I like to do is I like to put a little bit of super glue over the top and then wipe the excess away with a tissue, just to make sure that the glue gets inside the little crevices and make sure that it stays. So I just wipe it away, like so. But yeah, it's in there. It's definitely not perfect. I promise you it's not. As you can see, there's a little bit of a mess up, but it'll still work fine, and the neck peg can still move. So it should work fine. Both of the pieces are in there, and it's a really hack-up job, but it will function until I can get her a new body, and that's what matters, just as long as she's okay. And as soon as this dries, I'm going to put her head back on. Claudine also has some sticker residue on her right here from her price sticker, so I'm going to remove that with a bit of acetone. So what I'm going to do, if she won't fall over, is I'm going to take my acetone nail polish remover, it's right here, and I'm going to put just a little bit on the edge of a cotton ball or a tissue, just whatever you have. I have a tissue nearby, so I'm going to use that. You don't want to use too much, but just put it on the edge of the tissue. So now that I have the acetone on my tissue, I'm just going to go ahead and just wipe that residue right off. Sorry, I have my hands in front, but I'm doing the best I can. You just want to keep swiping at it until it's all gone. Make sure you don't get it on anything that could have any ink on it. It's a little bit shiny because it's wet right now, but now there's no more ink residue or residue from the price tag. So she's all done. So they are all done. Their hair is dry, and I gave them their outfits. I kind of skipped that process because I think all of you have seen what a doll looks like as they're being dressed. So I just put their clothes on them, and I put their accessories back on, and I gave Frankie and Cleo some limbs. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the after a little bit close up and talk about what I did with them briefly. But here is Laguna. Her hair is a little bit crazy still. I'm going to make sure that her face is focused. There we are. Her hair is still a little bit crazy, but I kind of like it that way. But it's really soft and smooth and shiny nevertheless. And it's very nice and clean. So I'm very happy with that. And I gave her a roller maze operetta dress because it is Roller Maze Laguna, and it was also the thing that matched her the best. And along with that, I gave her Skull Shorgulia's shoes. The reason I gave these to her is because they matched her lips and the buttons on her dress. As you can see, there's her lips, and then there's the shoes. Sorry I can't stand her up so that you can see her all the way. If I put her back here, you can see her, I guess. But yeah, she has all of her limbs, and she looks great. It's going to get blurry for one quick second while I grab the next doll. My apologies. The next one is Frankie. She's had quite a dramatic transformation. Her neck is all better, and her hair is so nice and smooth and shiny and clean. It has a little bit of a glue problem, but that's no big deal. And she still has her earring, well, her ears, her headband of ears. And I gave her a Frankie top, and I like it because it matches the yellow in her eyes. And I gave her a first edition Draculaura skirt just because it was white and it matched. And these are not Monster High shoes. I think these are Equestria Girl shoes, but I gave them to her because I thought that they looked really good. They are red while the shirt is pink, but I still think that she looks pretty good in them. And I'm going to go ahead, move to the next doll. Here is the Create a Monster Vampire. She turned out really nice. Her face is nice and clean, and her bangs are really shiny and smooth, and the rest of her wig is very shiny and smooth as well. And the rest of her didn't really have that much of a transformation. I just gave her a Draculaura top to go with her skirt and shoes that she already came with, and I think she looks really good. And we've got 2 more to go. I swear, if these dolls fall down, I'm gonna cry. But we have Cleo. Now, she is all good. All the dirt on her face is gone. I've replaced her earrings. I put them back in. Her hair is really nice and sleek and smooth and soft and shiny. It smells really good. And I know that this isn't a Cleo dress. It's a Abby dress, but it matches the purple in her bangs, so that's why I gave it to her. Because I also didn't really have anything that matched her better. And I also gave her some Equestria Girls shoes. They are purple and pink, and I picked them because they matched the dress. It's not quite the way Cleo, I feel like, would dress, but it matches her makeup and hair. And I did give her some limbs, so now her and Frankie are not limbless, so they have limbs. And the last doll, she's my favorite, I think, out of all the ones that I did. It is Claudine, and she is from the 4-pack, the Pack of Trouble, where it comes with Claude and Claudia and Howleen. And I gave her this dress. It matches her lips and her eyeshadow. And I put her bracelet on. She still has her original bracelet. And then I gave her these Venus shoes, but I think that they look really good because they match the belt on the dress, which matches her lips. And her hair, I think, turned out the best. Her curls are still intact. It's really shiny and sleek and smooth. I did not have any replacement earrings for her, but she is wearing the one that she came with, and she is very beautiful, and I'm very happy with the way she turned out. And that is it, guys. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope I didn't do too much talking in this, because I remember some people were telling me that I need to show a little bit more of the action. Pardon me. Don't fall down, please. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to show a little bit more of the action and not do as much talking, and I hope you guys liked that. I think all of these dolls turned out really, really great. Like and comment below if you agree, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel so that you can have more awesome videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!